Hello again. So today, sorry about the bumping. You're sitting on my dashboard. I'm heading back out. I'm gonna go camping again. Not much to do around home right now. And so I thought I'd take another trip. I was able to get one video of my garden posted. And I got a plan for another one. I got some things I can do when I get back. But there's not a lot to do gardening-wise. It's getting really cold. It's been dry, which is nice. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to go camping again. Dave's home. He doesn't care. And I'm close enough. Whoo, don't go away, you're sliding. I'm close enough that he can come and visit. It's only like, I think it's 40 minutes. My plan was to go to Rancho Seco. We have was a nuclear power plant, and it's been, empty, decommissioned. I don't know what they call it, for many years, 30 years, probably at least. And they have a lake, a lot of camping. Summertime, they have a lifeguard out there. It's really nice. And so I had just gone there a couple weeks ago to check it out, see what their camping spots were like, because I haven't been out there in a while. And they said, oh yeah, just come on out, we're open all year, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So when I got back from my last camping trip, which was last Thursday, I got back. Today is Monday, the 4th, I believe, December 4th. So I came home Thursday and went out there, and they said there was a race or something going on, like I don't know, a marathon, I don't know, some kind of a race. And the park was closed until the 12th. And I was very disappointed, because Rancho Seco, which is actually, where is it? You can see the cooling towers from here. It's only 20 minutes. I think the trees are blocking it right now, but it's somewhere over there. It's only 20 minutes. And so I thought that was perfect, because then if I want to run home for anything, I could do that. Dave could come out, have dinner with me, whatever, still get home early, or he could come spend the night, go home early enough to feed. But they shot down my plan. Sadly, I was very disappointed, but I don't want to wait until the 12th, because we're going to start getting rain. It's the beginning of December, and here in Northern California, usually we get quite a bit of rain. Last year, the flooding was horrible. Our property flooded. We had animals, because we run a small animal rescue, potbelly pigs. We had animals everywhere, in every crack and crevice. We were trying to get them moved. The horses were standing in a foot or so of water out in their field. It's completely flooded. Now the water runs off after a day or so, at least enough that we could put the horses back out in their field and they have dry land and their shelters are out from under the rain. But typically we don't get that kind of flooded. Whoops, you're sliding again. Hold on. Ugh. There. We don't get that kind of rain usually. It's kind of sporadic, but we got 5 inches of rain in one night last year. It was horrible, but hopefully it won't be so bad this year. But it will start raining, so I wanted to get another trip in. And Dave says, just go back to Comanche. So I'm going to try and get my same spot, because I haven't posted the video. Hopefully by the time you see this, I will have posted my video from my last trip. I didn't do a whole lot of videoing because my friend Katie came down from Santa Rosa. She's my camping buddy. And, I didn't want to be rude, sitting there talking to myself or to you guys, whoever's watching, and just ignore her. So I didn't do much. But, it might make a good short video. I haven't even watched, I haven't watched any of what I filmed. But I know I was trying out some new stuff that I had gotten, which was some cast iron, a little Dutch oven, a frying pan, a griddle, a new chair, which I love the chair. Is amazing from Sportsman's Warehouse. It's a swing chair. And just some other little stuff. I did last week. Katie bought a little charging thing. I think it's called Anchor. I hadn't heard of that one. I was gonna get, I was looking for one. Hold on, every time I stop you slide. So hold on, it's like a roller coaster here. I wanted to get a different brand, but the one she brought out, we tried it. She only really had her phone to charge. She has a headlamp that's rechargeable and a fan that she's probably going to use this time of year. But it's fairly small. It's not heavy. You can charge it in your car while you're driving, which is nice. I just charged mine up before I left. So we just charged all of my stuff on it just to see how much, how many charges can you get. And typically, I'm only gone for a few days. I'm going to be gone 3 nights. I'll come back Thursday again. If I can get in. I haven't even called Comanche. I shouldn't say that. I've called them like 3 times. Nobody answered. So I'm hoping, there was nobody there last week. I'm hoping it'll be the same way and I can just pick whatever spot I want. But her little charger worked great, so I went ahead and bought one of those for this trip. And I didn't bring any power banks or anything. I just brought that. But I did. Dumb Cindy. So I get all packed up to leave on Thursday. And my car was dead. I go to start it, nothing, dead as a doornail. And so I had to call the front gate, and they sent a maintenance guy. He was there in like 5 minutes. He was so nice. Gave me a jump, got me on the road. So this time I did bring we have one of those little jump packs. Charged it up last night. You can charge, I actually tried using it at Mount Diablo a couple of trips ago. I think I did post that one. But it died really quickly. By the time we got up there, it was only on, it has red, yellow, green, and it was down in the yellow. And I just charged my phone a few times. It got me through the week. We were there like 5 days, I think. But it was in the red on the, by the time I came home. I don't know why. Last night I charged it up and it showed it charged all the way into the green, where the last time it was on the charger all night and it was only in the yellow, or the green was still flashing. I can't remember. Anyway, but I have that too, just in case, because I guess you're not allowed to leave you shouldn't say you're not allowed. You're not supposed to leave your hatch up the whole time, which I did, and I'd done it before camping and no problem. And I called the maintenance department. This is a Subaru, and they're like, yeah, somebody hit an otter. Oh, so sad. I love otters. I lost my train of thought. Oh, he said nothing's running when it's open because I have all the lights turned off and stuff, but it does not let the car go to sleep, and you really shouldn't leave it open for 3 days, I think is how long I was gone. So I'll have to close it this time. So I'm going to go to run to Rayleigh's, which is our local grocery store here, grab some food, head out to Comanche. I am bringing a dog. I brought Primer last time, and I'm going to bring Raider this time because I do need a foot warmer because it is going to be getting cold at night. Although warmer this trip than it was last week, so that's okay. But Dave's going to bring Raider out and help me set up my tent. He's such a good sport. So I'll check back in. Okay, so I'm done at the store. And I'm back on the road. I got so much food. I got way more food than what I need, because I never know what I'm going to be in the mood for. So my plan is I got a ribeye for one night, and then at home I had, hold on, we got a little stop sign here. I had some hamburger patties, and they're packaged 2 in a package. So I grabbed those, and I'll make a hamburger one night. And then I couldn't really think of anything that I wanted for the 3rd night, so I just got a box of macaroni cheese. That'll be fun to eat, at camp. And it's easy. And then I got some chicken, Italian style chicken sausages to go with that, so that'll be good. And then I got a box of cereal. I do get bacon and eggs, and I'll cook those on the fire. I had a lot of fun making breakfast burritos last week out there, so I'm going to do the same thing, because Walmart sells beef bacon, and I really like it. Since I don't eat pork, I can still have my bacon and egg burrito, and yeah, so I got a lot of fun stuff. I won't have any problem trying to figure out what I want. And I got some hot dogs, so I can have cook a hot dog over the fire for lunch. It's perfect. So I will check back in. I got about probably 20 more minutes to drive, and then I'll be there. So we'll check back. So I got my spot all picked out, and it was available, which I kind of figured it would be, because there's just nobody out here. There is somebody coming in on Friday, so but that's fine, because I'm leaving Thursday, so there's an overlap. I doubt anybody will want that spot for one day, so I won't have to be in such a hurry to get out of there. I think you have until like noon, but if you're a little late, I don't think it matters, as long as there's nobody sitting there waiting. I don't think they would say anything. But I'm usually out of there pretty much, early anyway. So there's a couple of cars coming out here. That one looks like he's got a tent camp thing. Oh, good. He's going the other way. Yeah, he's got one of those roof tents set up on the front and top of his truck. But he's going over to a different camping area. And there are people that live out here on the lake, but not where I'm going. I'm going to the peninsula, which is my favorite spot. And hopefully there's, you know what? I do see some vehicles down here. I see a couple of cars and I see deer. See if you can see that deer. I'm kind of holding my phone so it doesn't bounce. You see the deer right here? I think they're blacktail. There's a couple, right? Let me see if I can zoom in on them. There they are, going up the hill. They're so cute. They're small. So let's see where these people are. They're on the other end. I'm a lot farther. I hope there's nobody down on my end. This is a kind of a group camping area right here. It's just this big long stretch. It's open. And there's a boat out there. Somebody's fishing. Oh, this is funny. Normally this is our spot where we go in the summer when we bring our trailer. That's spot 161 with the big tree. It's a perfect spot. But I don't think I see anybody down on my end. There's a lot of speed bumps here, but there's my little kind of, I like to call it my little bay right out here. When I bring my kayak, I kayak around out in there. And then on this side, there's campgrounds over there too. They call them primitive. There is a bathroom, the big blue rooms, but there's no services or anything out there. So I don't see anybody down here. And that is perfect, because this is my spot. Okay, well, I'm gonna start setting up, and I will bring you back in a little bit. I'll probably set up my camera. We'll see. Came out so good. Oop, bright light. Perfect. Got my potato. You can't even see it. It's so washed out with this camera, but my steak came out perfect. Oh my God, it's so good. Got a little rum and Coke. Nice hot fire. So good. Save some for later. Okay, so I'm all tucked in. I am on my couch though. I'm not in bed yet. And Raider is chewing on himself under her. Hey, what are you chewing for? Hey, come here. Say hi. You little fuzzball. So he's all burrowed under his blanket. here, and I'm watching a little YouTube. Can you see AB Camping? I don't know if you can see them. That's Tony and Bruno. And I'm done for the night. My food was delicious. Raider had a few bites of steak and then his kibble, and he was happy. We went for a quick little walk, take him out so he can mark a few trees, and now I'm all zipped up inside, and I can hear a little breeze picking up. It's not supposed to be windy, so hopefully not, because I didn't stake the tent down. I can see it, the sides are moving just a tiny little bit. But I've got so much weight in here, and it is attached to the top of the car, but it's not supposed to be windy. It showed like 2-3 mile an hour, and that's it. So we will see what tomorrow brings, and if you're still watching, thank you. So good night for now. Focus. We're going for a little walk. This thing is just junk. Good boy. The lock won't work. If you let go, it just retracts. You can't get it to stay open. The lock doesn't work on this, and I don't know, it kind of pulls on him. He doesn't seem to mind. I couldn't use it on Primer. Primer, it was freaking him out. He didn't like it. It doesn't pull hard, just enough that like if he takes off, it just pulls right out. Sadly, I have to keep him on a leash because there's a few people here. There's some guys fishing, and then my neighbors down the way, they have a small dog. So I thought we'd go for a little walk up the hill, get some exercise, get that burrito to settle. That burrito was delicious. The bacon was perfect, nice and crunchy. And I'm so stuffed. I stuck my Bloody Mary back in the ice because I made a pretty big one. I'm not going to sit there and drink it all. I want to go walk around. And oh, God, it feels good in the shade. I'm actually sweating. I had to take my jacket off. He's going to mark everything he finds. But yeah, it's beautiful. There's a few clouds. Sun's right there. There's some people out there fishing. A few people fishing. This guy's, I'm assuming he's fishing off the bank. But yeah, it's gorgeous today. Geese everywhere. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And we'll check back in later if anything exciting happens. Whoop. Guess that's as long as it is. Raider, what are you doing? Silly boy. Digging. Oh, censored. All right, we gotta go pick that up. We'll be back. Okay. Got that taken care of. As soon as I turn the camera on to video, he decides that's when he needs to poop. It's beautiful. The water is like glass this morning. There was a little bit of a breeze, but it died down. I'm on a fire road, and over on this back side is only accessible by boat. It's campsites, but you have to come in with your boat, and it's tent camping. Or I guess if you have a big enough boat, you can sleep on your boat. But it's really nice back in here. A lot of deer, turkeys, ground squirrels. Oh, they're everywhere. On the weekends, it gets really busy out here, especially in the summer. You can't find a place to camp. It's completely full. Raider, here, hold on. We gotta go around in a circle. Don't get dizzy. Woo. He just wrapped his leash around my legs. I was gonna get him a harness, but I thought, because I was planning on going to a different place where I knew I'd have to keep him on a leash. But here, I thought nobody's gonna be there. And I'm surprised there actually is a couple people out this weekend, or this week. But I did remember to bring a collar, so. But this leash, it doesn't pull real hard. I don't like the idea of it pulling on their neck. And a harness would be better, but I really didn't think I'd need to keep him on a leash. But he's doing fine with this thing. I just wish I could, you know, some of them you push it down and then you push that and this one doesn't work. And it locks him, but it won't work. I could probably let him off here, but he's been kind of naughty this week. He's been, you know, I turn around and he's just gone. So I don't want to lose him back here. He can't go anywhere. It's surrounded by water all the way around. And even if he went out there, that's just an island. The water comes out around the other side of it. So he can't get off of this. But occasionally we do see bald eagles out here. And a bald eagle could easily snag a dog that size. He only weighs about 13 pounds. 12 pounds maybe. Come on, Raider. Come on. He's just marking everything. Yeah, I'd hate to lose him back here to a big bird. We have hawks too, but he's too big for a hawk. It'd be cool to see a bald eagle. I haven't seen one out here in a while, but they are out here. They're definitely making their comeback. I think they're actually considered in some areas now a nuisance bird, where they were on the endangered list for years. So pretty back here. Okay, so these are the boating campsites, the boat in only, and they go all the way around this hill. I think that's one of the bigger ones, but each one has a picnic table, fire pit, and that's it. Oh, and they do have a blue room. It's nice. There's another one coming up here around the corner, another double campsite. So see over there, that is, focus, there we go. That's the dam, a section of it. That goes all the way down, way over to there. And that's where most of the bass fishermen set up. So I think that's where the bass are. Dave and I have never been successful catching a fish in Comanche, but these guys seem to. So, okay, on we go. Look how beautiful from here. Here's another campsite. We're getting around the corner and I see a guy fishing right down there off the bank. So I'm gonna be quiet as I walk by so I don't bother him. And I'm almost all the way around. So on we go. It's funny how deceptive it is. It feels like I still have a ways to go to get around to the other side of this road, but I'm actually looking, where are you? Directly at my camp. Straight across. So it's a lot faster than it seems like. So there's more camps over here, but I wouldn't want to camp here because I'll tell you why when we get up here. I'll show you. Excuse me. There's no level spot. So this one has its own little bathroom because there's only one spot here, I believe. And the water can get really high, so depending on what time of year. So in the spring or in the summer, the water's gonna be a lot higher because it comes down out of the mountains and it just fills this lake. Gophers. Gophers are everywhere. Gophers and ground squirrels. But that over there, across there, that's called primitive. And that's basically first come, first serve. They do have bathrooms over there. And you can just drive right down to the water. And people usually pull their boat right up onto the sand. That's what actually we do when we come out here with the boat. But no, they call it no facilities over there. So there's no, I see fire pits. And, but it'll just be packed in the summer. They're just campers all circled up like wagons. I think people come out in big groups and go out there. And it's pretty quiet on this side because there's no, you don't typically see boats ripping around in here. It's kind of secluded and you have to go all the way out and around this little mountain that we just walked around. I call it a mountain, it's a hill. It's barely a hill. It's a lump. But yeah, this campsite here, if you live in this area and you haven't been out to Comanche, it's such a nice place. The people who work here are super friendly. Canadian geese, lots of wildlife out here. Dave talked to me this morning and he said when he left last night, he said there was a huge herd of deer just wandering around over there. He drove right by him. I should have posted it already, so you've probably already seen it, but I did see a couple coming in and I got a quick little video of them. But yeah, this is one spot, but you know, where are you gonna pitch your tent? You can't do it on the road. There's no, I guess it's a little flat right here. If you had a small tent, you could put it right there, but I don't want my tent right next to a bathroom. There's our fire pit. There's that. I mean, I guess you could do it up on the hill. It's kind of slopey, but I mean that, I don't know if it shows up, but that's a steep little slope here. You really aren't gonna pitch your tent there. And then the water's much higher at different times of the year. Right now the water's really low. I think they let a lot of it out just anticipating how much rain we're supposed to get this year. And it just comes down out of the mountains. So we're almost back. I'm gonna head back and I might pull out my big double chair, my lounge chair, whatever you call that, my couch, love seat, so that Raider can sit up there with me and not have to sit on me. And I'm gonna just chill and drink the rest of my Bloody Mary and relax this morning. So nice. I can't tell you how nice it is. Peaceful, quiet, you don't hear any cars. And you have a dog. What could be better? Oh, Mr. Raider. Mr. Raider. Good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Dancing leaves. And they're done. Nope, not quite. He's got a little bit left. I'm easily entertained. What can I say? And he's done. Oh, there's a little one. Nope, they're all done. Where'd you go? Okay, what is that? There you are. Is that a vulture? Huh. Paw print. So I'm just sitting here relaxing. It's a little after 3, almost 3:30. I was just looking at the water and it is just like absolute glass. It's so pretty. It's quiet now. Starting to get hungry. I might make early dinner tonight. He's out. He's been running and playing and I have to watch him. He wants to chase the geese. I gave him a little lunch snack. Looks like he ate most of it. Threw in some more of that steak from last night. So he's happy and content. Oh, I'm so lazy right now. But yeah, I think about getting my fire going and maybe make an early dinner. Look at that water, is just absolutely still. I wish I'd brought my kayak. I'd be out there paddling around. Threw some twigs on there to help get my coals going again. And I can see it's glowing down under there. I wish there was more wood around here to scavenge. But I'm gonna have hamburgers for dinner tonight, or hamburger. So I'll get this going, eat a little bit early. I don't think I ate dinner till like 8 o'clock last night. Oh yeah, I think it's almost boiling already. Actually, I don't like it to actually get to boiling because that's really hot, but hot chocolate. I did open my window so I got plenty of ventilation so I don't die of carbon monoxide poisoning. Look at Raider, he's so funny. He's upside down. Beautiful. Sun's just about to come up. It's windy this morning. I'm trying to get little knothead to, do his morning thing. Yeah, it's cold. Go pee. Come on. Go. He's making me walk all the way down here. And he just keeps looking at me. He didn't get up once last night to pee, so I know he has to go. Just got out of bed. It's beautiful. It is supposed to rain today, though. Later this afternoon, so I'll find out if my tent is waterproof. I don't think it is, but I can zip it so it's completely enclosed. But I think the water will come in between the car and the tent where it attaches. I think it's if I leave the hatch open. Oh, good, there he goes. I think if I leave the hatch open, the water will come down into the car. So I'll have to be careful to make sure I don't open the back of the car while it's raining. But I can go in and out of the side doors if I need to get in there. Raider! Raider! Come here! Raider! He's gonna make me go get him. But just waiting for the sun to rise here. It should come up right. Where'd that cloud go? Right under that cloud right there. It is going to be beautiful. Woohoo! Good morning! You're all excited today? They do get frisky in the morning. Good boy, Raider. Good boy. I know, run. Run, Raider. Run. He slept all night long, did not wake up once. And so did I, which was very unusual for me. I slept so good last night. The wind came up and one of the straps was hitting the side of the car and woke me up. Because I didn't know what the noise was. Bless you. But then after that, I didn't wake up again. Raider! Come here, Raider. I don't know if I'm gonna make a fire this morning. The wind is supposed to get stronger. It's not bad. I mean, it's just a breeze. But, and it's like, good boy. There you are, good boy. That's a good boy. Don't pee on that. Even though he's don't pee on it. He's lifted his leg 3 or 4 times. He'll still come and hit stuff in camp. Good boy. Get back inside. Go inside. It's like 50 degrees. It's not cold. I mean, it's cold when you first get out of bed. It feels cold. Ooh, it looks like somebody got into his food. I see a few kibbles. And he never spills his food. I wonder if the birds were picking his food out of there this morning. The wind is about, I don't know, I guess about 7 miles an hour. And it says it's going to go up to 9, which isn't too bad. But when you're sitting here, oh, there's the sun coming up. Look at that pretty. I love the sunrise. I'm lucky because I get beautiful sunrise and sunset at my house every single day. And I'm always up for the sunrise because I have to feed the animals. And so we're always up before the sun comes up. So almost every morning when I walk outside, the sun's not up yet, and I just see it come up. Oh, he's gonna eat his bird-infested food. I was gonna give you some fresh food. I'll have a quick little snack. I did buy a box of cereal, and I might just sit in the tent and watch a little YouTube and eat a bowl of cereal for breakfast instead of making a fire, because I can have my coffee. Excuse me, I can make my coffee on my little pocket rocket in there. I just open a couple of the windows up for ventilation while it's going, and it only takes a few minutes to boil the water. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Ooh. I wish it showed better on camera, that the way it does when you're actually looking at it. So peaceful. There's nobody else out here except for my neighbors down in their trailers, and they're way down there. I am zoomed in a little bit. They're actually farther. They're way down there. Nice. Okay, sun is up. I didn't get out of bed yesterday until 8. Did you eat all that? You did. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Yeah. Come on. Let's get back inside. Oh, it's a mess. I just brought everything in last night because I didn't want stuff getting wet from the moisture. And of course, it's dry as a bone this morning out here. So Raider and I are going to go for a little walk. I did decide to come out and put some guy lines out. I have one on each corner. This is the direction the wind is coming in. You can see it's way more than 6 miles an hour. I mean, the trees are blowing, leaves blowing, the water's blowing. So I put 2 lines over here. I don't know if you can see them on camera, but couldn't get that. These cheap little stakes. I need to get some decent ones. These are the ones that come with it. I couldn't get that one any farther in. So hopefully it doesn't twist, and because that rope would pull right off of it. But I don't think this wind would have been strong enough to knock this over, but I do feel better knowing that at least I got a couple lines on it. I don't have the tent staked down, but it's heavy. I can hardly lift the corners. So you can see the shadow, all the stuff that's in there. So it should be okay, but it's pretty breezy. Pretty breezy. Mr. Raider, you wiggly? Let's go for a walk. Come on, let's go for a walk. Come on, Raider. It definitely feels like fall, although it's almost winter. I think technically winter starts towards the end of December. And I have to say, it has been a gorgeous fall here in the Sacramento area. We've had such perfect weather. We didn't have a super hot summer like we did last year, but it went right into fall. Temperatures dropped 20, 30 degrees like overnight. Not really much rain, so we've had those warm days, cool nights that I love in the fall, and nothing to complain about. It's just been beautiful. Such a glare if I look that way. I should go that way, huh? It's really pretty over there. It's so nice. So that, just those 4 lines makes me feel a little bit better because they're holding the top down, and I have them on there pretty tight, so I don't think there'll be any slack in the line for it to come loose. And if the wind does pick up, which I suspect it's going to, I know it says it's not going to, but it feels like it. It feels like it's going to. Oh, good boy. You want to run around a little bit? You're so excited to be out. I know. Go run. Run, Raider, run. Run. You're so funny. You're so funny. What a good boy. What a good boy. Yes, my handsome little man. Good puppy. Good puppy. Go play. Go play. So, yeah, we're just going to go for a walk and we'll check back in. This is the smallest part of the lake, this little bay right here. I call it a bay. Comanche it's a pretty big lake. And it spreads out like your hand. There's all these different little inlets. And if you go out and then that way, all the way over, then you can go way up the mouth of the river that feeds this lake. And we actually did that this summer. And it was so beautiful. I'd never been back in there. Dave got some really good drone footage. I don't know if he ever posted it, but he just sent the drone up to follow us, so it was pretty cool. So, all right, well, I see some trash over there. I'm going to go snag that before it blows out into the water. We'll check back in later. I'm just going to go walking, give him some exercise, and then go, I don't know, hang out and relax, I guess. That's beautiful. It is chilly out here in the wind, though. I'm glad I have my jacket on. Once you get out in the breeze, it's cold. So, okay, we'll be back. I brought all my stuff in so nothing gets wet outside. It's not windy at all right now. It was earlier, so I put, and you can see one guy line there. So I put the guy lines out on the tent. There's one on each corner that holds it because it was getting really blustery earlier. It works fine with the car closed, so I don't have to worry about my battery dying again. It opens and closes, no problem. I will have to probably... I didn't get that. Could you try again? Shut up, Siri. I will probably have to roll this up because the rain would come straight down and drip through here. But with this up, it won't. But those two have awnings outside that are pretty wide, so that should be fine. But I do worry about the rain running back off the car this way, so I will probably zip up the inside of this tent and completely enclose it and then just get in and out of the door if I need to get out tonight. And that way, but the rain isn't supposed to last. I think the heaviest part of the rain is between like 3 and 6, and then it's a chance of rain. But it's beautiful. I got my mimosa, and I got my dog, and I'm just kicked back here watching YouTube right now. I did go and look at Katie, all the wood I found. So I got my little, where's my hand? Can you see? Okay, my little twigs, medium twigs, and bigger sticks. So if I want to have a fire later, if the rain lets up, and I've got a partial bag of charcoal that I can put all that firewood in if it starts to rain to keep it dry. But I collected that a little while ago so I can get a good fire going later if I want, after the rain stops. But it's so nice. There's nobody around. I'm having fun. So the wind died down pretty much right after I staked out the tent, of course. And it's much calmer. But I did collect myself a little pile of wood in case I want to make a fire later. I just got to figure out where I'm going to put it to keep it dry. I don't want to bring it in the tent because it's probably full of bugs. Doesn't show much wind tonight. Light wind, chances of rain, and then it looks like in the morning it'll be nice. And I don't think there should be much rain. Raider, quit scratching. Quit scratching. You're itchy, aren't you? Aren't you? But the storm is definitely coming in. And it's supposed to really dump at my house between 3 and 6. I called my husband. I'm like, I was looking at Doppler, and you might want to make sure everything that needs to stay dry gets moved in. We have a couple of pet beds that are out on the back deck. Move them in so they don't get wet. But I got everything inside that I don't want getting wet. I'll move my trash in. I'm having fruit flies in my trash. I've never had that issue before here. And I threw one banana peel in there and I had fruit flies. So I don't know how they found it, but it's so nice out right now. I'm not even paying attention. I'm probably filming the ground, huh? But look at those clouds. I'm really hoping for rain. I've never camped in the rain before. It's kind of out of my comfort zone. I hope my tent is at least water resistant so nothing gets wet inside, but if it does, it's not the end of the world. I can take it home and dry it out because it's supposed to be nice the rest of the week. Just rain for today and tomorrow, and then it's supposed to clear back up. Keep an eye on him. He's off wandering. But my neighbors, one of them left. There was 2 of them down there. Those are the 2 that came by the other morning. But one went home early this morning. The other one stayed. But otherwise, there is nobody out on the lake. I didn't even really see anybody fishing around here today, I don't think. Look at how beautiful it is out there. I love it. We're starting to get a little color in the sky. It's still early. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. But look at the sun over there in the clouds. It's always really pretty. You see it a lot more in person than you do on camera. I don't know why. But yeah, it's beautiful. So hopefully the rain will just come straight down and I'll be able to leave my 2 side windows open in case it gets really bad and I'm not able to cook. I'll have to cook inside on my little Torrential, in which case I'll want to leave my windows open to get ventilation in there, because I'm planning on cooking mac and cheese tonight and some Italian style chicken sausages. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight, and it'll take a while to boil water for noodles. Ah, it's so nice out. I love it. I haven't seen my woodpeckers today. I did hear them earlier, and I heard an owl this morning. Was that last night? Or was that this morning? I definitely heard an owl. All right, I think I'm gonna maybe go for another little walk with Raider. It sounds like it's starting to rain. I hear a few little drops. So if it's gonna blow in, it's gonna blow in on this side. But here, it'll run right down off the top, I think, of this and come right through. So I think it's not really supposed to rain for a couple more hours here, but obviously there are some sprinkles. So I'm just gonna do this up part way. That way I still get some fresh air, but that should keep the rain. I'll just tuck that behind the chair, but that'll keep the rain from dripping into the tent there, because I think that's where it's going to pool if it comes through this mesh. It'll probably pool right there, but I just hear a couple of drops. And just the slightest of a breeze, not much. But I want to see if the rain comes from the front, if it runs down the back of the car. I did park the car a little bit down in the front, but it's still slopey. Just hear a few drops. But my firewood is right there. I put it in 2 bags, so it should stay dry there. We'll see. I might have to bring it in. I hope not, because it's probably full of bugs. Yeah, it's starting to sprinkle. Hopefully I'm waterproof. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm just going to tuck this back behind the chair so I can leave it open, because I like the fresh air. It's not cold, but so any water running off of that should get trapped at the bottom, but I'll still get some airflow. Get out of here. Fly. Look at him. He's determined. He wants in. So if it comes straight down, no problem. If it blows, I'll have to close this window. We'll see what happens over here. Ooh, it's blowing up. But there's just barely a breeze. We'll see. Well, it's raining pretty good now. Just starting. And so I'll have to see if I get any leaks in here. I love the sound of the rain. I hate the rain at home because I have all my animals, and rain makes mud, and mud makes animals not want to go out and do their thing. Yeah, it's raining really good. I'm sure it sounds a lot louder in here than it actually is. Let me look outside. I did bring my firewood in. So if I want to have a fire later. I moved my little stove over there. That thing on the top there is actually the platform that it sits on, which I don't need here. I just sit it right on the ground, but it's full of ash from my fire yesterday, so I didn't want it to turn into sludge, but I didn't feel like dumping it. So we'll see if that keeps some of the rain out of it. And then I have this just partially zipped up, because where this ends, yeah, see, the rain comes right through onto here. But I think if I want the air, I want the fresh air, but I don't want rain dripping in. I think if I had this all the way down, yeah, the rain would just drip off of there right down inside the tent, but because it's just coming right through the mesh here. And once it starts dripping off of here, see all the rain up there, once that starts dripping, that's just going to come right through this mesh. So I might go ahead and roll this side all the way up. So far, I don't see anything. The rain's coming pretty much straight down. There's not much wind, if any, right now. So I have this side open because this is the direction the wind was coming from earlier. I have all my stuff right here. And then I want to really watch the car and see if any rain comes back into here. I have all my coal and the firewood scraps that I made in case I want to have a little bit of a wood fire. Ow. Yeah, I'm wondering if the rain's going to roll back, this way into the tent. I did park a little bit nose down so that when I'm sleeping, I'm not sliding back towards the back of the car. So hopefully the water will roll the other direction. I don't see any drops inside. What I'm trying to figure out is, am I going to have to close? Nope, that's dry. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to close this thing, if I'm going to have to zip this up, which will completely enclose the tent. Am I going to have to zip that up tonight and then go in through the side door, which I don't want to do. But I think the rain's supposed to stop. I love this though. I was really hoping it would rain. It always smells so good. I did put my guy lines out, so even if the wind does come up, these will be more than enough to hold it. It's not much wind. We got one on each corner. So I don't see any drops on top of the tent, just on the fly itself. And then, so it kind of sounds like it's letting up. The real rain is not supposed to hit me until about 3 o'clock. And then that's when it's really supposed to dump. But for now, I'm dry. And I can just sit in here. I did move my trash can around. I rolled the bag up, tucked it down, and then closed the top. Keep the rain out of there. It doesn't fill up with water, but I think I can just sit back and enjoy the rain. Okay, we'll check back in later. Okay, so I have found an issue. So these are the toggles, and they're on the back window. So when you roll this part down so the mesh can be open. So these little toggles were dripping, and I think the water is just, it's like a wick. It's just coming right down this little thing, and it was dripping right here. And this hasn't even been hard rain. This was, yeah, look, there's another drop right there. Yeah, it just dropped again. And I just dried this off. It's just soaking right down here. Look, right there, look at that. There's another drop on there. Yeah, this thing's getting wet. But it's coming from outside, and it's just, and the only thing I can think of to do is to cut this piece off and re-tape this, because this is all seam sealed. It's just soaking it up through here and dripping. Because if I cut that right off there and then tape that, I have to do it on both sides. And then when I open this, I won't be able to tie it with those toggles, but that's okay. It can just hang straight down. Or I can just get like a little chip clip or something, roll it up and stick a little chip clip on there. But I don't want it dripping in here. And so far, that's the only place that I found that it leaks. The rain fly is above it, but so that helps a lot. But no water's coming in around the car, which is awesome. I've been able to open and close it, so I will not have to go out around at night, which is nice. But you can see, there was quite a bit of rain, and there's nothing inside on the top of the car or on the sides, even when I open and close it. In light rain, I don't know how it would do if the wind was blowing towards me, from the front of the car this way. But yeah, just for light rain, it's doing really good. It's just those. I don't know what to do. I hate to cut these off, but because I was thinking if I had some small, actually I don't even know, if I just taped a little plastic bag onto there, oh, I hear my woodpeckers are back, that would keep the water from dripping down. I'm gonna look out. Where's my woodpeckers? They love these trees. I don't think I can see them up there, but they're in there. I can hear them. It's only supposed to rain for a couple hours tonight. Woodpecker. And so I'm not too worried about this right now. Oh, see, this one just dripped again. Right here. Drop of water ran down. Yeah, they're just They're just like a wick. It's just soaking the water up from the other part on the outside. I don't know why they didn't make this rain fly to completely cover this so that the water doesn't pool up inside here. That's kind of stupid. But, I mean, it's all taped. They did a good job taping it. Except for those two little toggles. So as long as it's dripping, I'm going to have to sit here and keep soaking that water up, or it's going to pool on my chair and on my dog. My dog. Where's my dog? There's my dog. Hello, baby. He's like, quit bugging me. I'm comfy. Yeah, there's no water dropped on the floor anywhere. Corners are all good. I'm able to leave these half down and the water doesn't blow in. This one I had to roll it most of the way up because it's just a light breeze. It's not super windy. You can see it blowing the tent a little bit, but it's not much. But it was blowing water, a little light mist down in here. When I stood here, I could feel it, but it's still, you can see the mesh. Still got some more rain to come, but I think by about 6:30 or 7, it's going to be done. And right now it is, what time is it? It's 2:38. 2:38, charging my watch. And it wasn't even supposed to be raining yet, but I did check the Doppler. This is my little power bank thing that I got. Anchor. I have to say, I love this. I still have 53%. And I've charged my lamp up there all the way up. I've charged my iPad, I think, twice. I've charged my phone probably 3 times. This is the 3rd time I've charged my watch. I charged my GoPro batteries, all 3 of them, all the way up once. And what else? Anything else? It's got a light, which when I get home, I'm going to charge it all the way up and I'm going to turn that light on, see how long that light lasts and see how fast it drains the battery. But it's still at 53%. Now, I didn't plug in my computer and charge it because I haven't even gotten that out. I was going to download and edit my last video, but I've been too busy relaxing and being lazy to do that. But yeah, I like this thing. It's light. Probably only weighs, I don't know, 8 pounds. I don't know, 10 pounds. It's not that heavy to take in a car. And it's got that little cigarette lighter thing. I forgot. Oh, I blew up my mattress too. I used that to charge up my mattress, and it was at 100% when I left. And it was only I don't know, $140 or something like that. But this thing's been great. I love it so far. All right, I'm gonna go back to being lazy, and once this wind dies down, I think I will build a fire outside, and I'm gonna have dinner late, but that's fine. I don't mind that. I usually eat late at home. I wait until all my pigs have gone to bed because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them live in the house, and until they're in their crates tucked in for the night, I can't eat dinner because they're all over me. And so I'm used to eating dinner late. I don't know why I'm just sitting there staring at that thing. There's nothing really else to look at while I'm babbling. You could look at my cute dog. My cute little dog. I still have shorts on, but I do have my fleece back on because it's gotten chilly. And Mr. Raider is all bundled up. I love this chair. Sportsman's Warehouse. This double chair. It is so comfortable. This thing's dripping again. The one behind me. I can see drop. Yeah, look at that. Look at it, it's dripping on here. Look at the drips. What the frick? Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to wrap that with a paper towel because as long as the water's running off the top, the thing's gonna keep dripping. I'm gonna need to fix that. I just don't know how. God, I'm just so tempted just to cut it off. I don't have any tape with me, even to put a piece of duct tape. Ooh. I do have duct tape. Do I want to put a piece of duct tape on there? Not really. I really don't want to cut this off of here, but it's not completely necessary. I can use, like I said, a chip clip. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'll let you know what I do. So Dave just came by to visit, and as soon as he got here, this wind really picked up. It is pushing. I'm so glad I put those guy lines out, and hopefully the tent holds. Yeah, it's blowing in here. Raider's hanging out in there, but so far the only leak has been on these little toggles, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. But I don't know if you can see how much that's bowing in. There you go. Yeah, it's like a balloon. And but it says it's only 5-mile-an-hour winds, but that feels a lot more than 5 miles an hour. So look at my light swinging. But it's comfy in here, huh?
Yeah. Nice and dry, no wind.
Pardon my mess. I just brought everything in earlier so my stuff wouldn't get wet. So this side I've been able to leave open so I can still get some air. But yeah, it's kind of fun. This is my first rain camp, and we'll see how well this tent does. But now I've been watching some videos where they have these hot tents with little stoves in them. And so now that's what I want. Look at the air blowing up the floor. Yeah, so this is kind of fun. He brought the weather with him, but it's supposed to be done. What time is it now? It's 3:30, and it's supposed to be done by 6. I think this storm is past. And so at least I won't have to worry about this tonight. But that wind came up really strong, just all of a sudden. And I had to close my window. So we'll check back in later, see how it's holding up. Here's a little view from the outside. So my guy lines are holding, and I was able to get those cheap little hooks in the ground. So hopefully, if the wind gets any stronger, because I don't have anything on the side here, but it's really blowing. It's kind of stopped a little bit, but we'll see what happens later. The storm is coming, but I think I only have about 2 hours. And then I think it's supposed to be pretty calm tonight. So that's good. Oh, my trash can blew over. It landed on my dirty dishes. So this has been kind of fun. Yeah, no leaks inside except for those 2 toggles. That rainfly's keeping the roof dry. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do there. But yeah, look at how it's pushing everything back. I could stake those two little things out, those tabs, but I don't think I'm going to need to. I think this wind's going to stop. There's so much weight. In this corner here is a 4-gallon thing of water sitting there. It's really heavy. Over there is a bunch of stuff piled up in the corner. And hopefully it holds. But like I said, this wind isn't that strong. So we'll see what happens. And if it does blow over, it'll be the end of the world because it's really not that cold out here. And I can just get in the car and then gather all my stuff up out in the field. So we'll check back in later. Okay, I'm back. It is about 5 o'clock, and Dave came by earlier to visit, and he brought me some fire starting material and another bottle of gel because I was getting low. So that was fun. I had no idea he was coming. I just was all tucked in. The wind, oh my gosh, the wind was blowing so hard right then. And it showed on my weather thing that it was only 5 miles an hour, and it felt like it was 15. Look at the rain coming down. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see in person just streaks of rain coming down way out in there. So that's cool. Hopefully it's going. It kind of looks like it's going like this way. So maybe that dark streak is coming towards me. I hope not. Just above the... Let's look over this way. I want to try to get a fire going because I want to cook my mac and cheese. Yeah, this looks like it's going like this way. And this over here. So that is what's coming towards me. And there was another chance of rain around 5:30 and then around 8. But I can definitely see rain coming down over that way. But that doesn't look like it's coming towards me. That looks like it's going sort of northish. Because that's, the sun comes up there, so that's east, out in there. So, yeah, so it's kind of going north, sort of northwest. Hopefully that won't hit me. But anyway, I'm rambling. I do that. I'm going to try and use these. So it says break off 1 or 2 squares. What did I do with my little bag of wood? So I've got some wood that I went and collected earlier. And then I tucked it inside so it wouldn't get wet. So I'm going to this ash is still hot down in here. I didn't even make a fire this morning. Ooh, but there's still heat coming down here. Oh, I see a hot coal right there. How funny. So I covered this up with the little thing it's that right there. That's the base. I don't usually use it here. I haven't been anyway. Where are the rest of my little sticks? So let's get some of these in here. And yeah, look at that. Is from that coal. That's from last night. Oh, it smells good. I smell fire already. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of these in here. And then, because I kind of want to have a little fire, some flames. This is hard to do with one hand. Look at the smoke already. I wonder if maybe I can save these. Maybe I can get a flame going without wasting. I'm going to sit you down for a minute. I'm going to go grab my chair, which I had put away. And let's see if that light's on its own. Okay, light. I don't want my light on. Let me turn that off. Hold on. There we go. Let's see if you can... There's like glowing coals down in there. This may actually just light on its own. You know what? I don't want to wait. I'm gonna try a couple. Yeah, that's so funny from last night. Okay, I'm gonna light a couple of these. So let me see if I can do these with one hand. Whoa. I'm so hoping that the rain holds off. So it says to light the rough end. This lighter is almost done. And it said that it says use 1 or 2, but it also says that 1 is enough usually for 1 fire. See if we can get it going. The wind is trying to blow it out. But I want to get, don't drop it in the ash. I want to see if I can get 2 of those going. It's not strong wind. It's just enough to keep blowing my stuff out. And then I'm going to get some of this fuzzy bark that I collected. Get that on top of there. Oops. I wanted to get as much of this picked up earlier as I could so that I could get it put somewhere where it would stay dry. I probably could have pulled this part off, but I didn't want to. Okay, let's get that going. I want to be able to cook my pasta out here, to boil it out here. So I'm going to move this a little farther from the tent. I'll be back. Yeah, I used 2 of the little starters. It said 1 is usually enough for most fires, but it was kind of breezy and I was having a hard time getting the first one to stay lit. But then it just took off. I threw some small sticks on there. Whew, I'm out of breath. I've been running in and out of here. I've tripped over my guy lines like 3 times already because I'm not used to having them. But yeah, it's fire's going. Hopefully I don't get any rain. It's starting to get dark, but I wanted to boil my water for my pasta and cook it out here. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to get in between the rain because it's not supposed to rain. It's chance of rain at 5:30, which is probably that already. That's 10 after 5. And then a chance of rain after 8. So I'm going to go and grab some charcoal and throw on here. And funny thing is, there was still a few glowing coals down deep in there from last night because I didn't make a fire this morning. And I was hoping I could get it started without using a fire starter, but that little fire starter, those are going to be game changers. Yeah, I'm not going to go camping without those because that was so easy. And then just throw a few sticks on it, and I'm going to dump the charcoal right on top of this. So yeah, this will be fun. Mac and cheese for dinner, baby. Oh yeah. Okay, got my fire going pretty good. Let's get those coals to really catch that charcoal. And I hung my little lantern on the edge of my tent here. It's not really meant to do that. I need to get a little something to tie it. The light it's fully charged, I believe. But if you have it on high like this, where is it? So it's fully charged, 4 blue lights. But if you have it on high, all the way up, I noticed the first time I used it, it didn't last too long. Okay, so I got my fire going. I was gonna wait for those coals to really start getting hot and glowing. The wind is blowing pretty good, but luckily it's not blowing towards my tent. It's blowing towards, nothing. So those little sparks that are popping like fireworks are just gonna burn out over there. There's nothing over there. Look at that. Come here, Raider. Get away from there. Come here, baby. I put 3 big chunks of charcoal on there. And so I should be able to boil my water. No problem out here. It's pretty dark. I'm trying to beat the rain. And I wouldn't call it windy, but it's definitely breezy. Whoa, look at that. Whew. Get off my chair. None of them went inside. Yeah, I'm just kind of standing back until those burn down, and then that'll stop. But I keep tripping over my guy lines here, so I put the table by that one and all my wood by this one, because I'm not used to having these out, because I don't usually need them when I camp. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. And Raider decided to come out and run around. I gotta watch him. He wants to get by that fire because it's warm. I don't have a jacket that fits him, so he pretty much goes inside when he gets cold and gets in the chair with his blanket. But I need to get him a jacket, a little camping jacket that fits him, because the one that I used when I had primer here last week, glad that's blowing that way, was actually my dachshund's blanket, who sadly died 2 years ago. He was 17 and a half. He had a good long life. But that was his blanket, his little jacket. And so, yeah, I need to get one for Raider, because Raider's not built like a greyhound like the other dogs are. He's a little chunky. So we'll check back in. Okay, so I got my mac and cheese going, and a couple sausages on here, I don't know why I cooked 2. I'll probably not be able to eat 2 of them, but we'll see. And this water to get boiling again. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the water drained out of there once it's done, but we'll come to that when it's time. I did hang my little light up there. I have it turned on low. But God, this a light on this phone really brightens things up, doesn't it? Luckily, I did charge my phone back up earlier. So, yeah, I'll get this cooked and I'll let you know how it turns out. If I don't dump all the pasta on the ground trying to drain the water, I don't want to burn my hands. So, okay, we'll be back. Not sure how this is going to work out because now I'm feeling a couple of sprinkles. And I was hoping, what time is it? It is 6:20. By 6:20 it was supposed to be done. So hopefully, ooh, I better turn my sausages. That's back over here. I need to put these over here. So they're gonna burn. I'm gonna roll them right off of here. You watch. You need a little more space. There we go. I want them over here. Yeah, I'm feeling sprinkles. Hopefully, it won't be enough to put out my fire. We'll see, because this hasn't even started back boiling again after. Oop, it's starting to boil now. Typically, this Kraft macaroni and cheese takes about 8 minutes to cook once it starts boiling back again. And I've never cooked it on a campfire, so cross your fingers. This rain doesn't really start coming down. It's just a couple of sprinkles now. And then I'll be back inside. But at least I got my fire going and my water boiling. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's starting to rain now. And I got my heavy jacket on, but it's not a rain jacket. It would get soaked eventually. But I do have plenty of dry clothes inside, so if I can get this cooked real quick and get back in. I got my milk and butter down under there, trying to keep water out of it. And oh, no rain. I was so close. So close. Luckily, I don't think anything on here matters. The charcoal's going to get wet there. Luckily, try not to stab my pan, scratch it with my knife, but these sausages are already cooked, so I just need to heat them up. But this water really needs to boil. Hey, there's a leaf. I don't want a leaf in there. No wind. Ooh, look at my tent rocking. Holy cow. This is not cool. This is so not fun. Look at that thing. I hope it hangs on. Oh, shit. And I'm getting wet. I'm gonna go put my chair and stuff inside. Hopefully my fire doesn't blow out before my food's done. Let me see how far along these are. You know what? Those are close enough. I'm going to make a run for it real quick, and then I'm going to come back out and try and drain those real fast. Once I get this inside. Stay there, Raider. He's a little scared. Oh. This I was not hoping for. I mean, I was hoping for shit. Well, I am really glad I tied a couple of guy lines out, because holy cow, the forecast was for 5-mile-an-hour winds, and I'm trying to keep it from, my chair is soaking wet. I got everything brought in. And now it's blowing from this side. I'm just kind of holding it. It's trying to knock this table over that has everything on it. We'll see how long this lasts. Well, this will test whether or not it's rain-proof because it is dumping. Poor Raider's freaking out. I got my head, my arms, my feet got pretty wet, but I can change my clothes. So I'm gonna try and hold everything down for a little bit. And hopefully this blows over pretty quickly. The storm was supposed to be done by now, but we'll see. So far I don't see any water coming in anywhere. Probably these toggles are probably dripping again, but oh my goodness. If I get a little break, I want to I want to at least pour my noodles into my bowl, and I don't even know where I put my bowl. I had to hide it from, oh, there it is. And I'm going to let go of this for just a second and dump this into here before it cools down and melts all, and it won't melt the butter. Wow. This is crazy. I am not liking this. Not at all. Let's see what happens. Oh my God. I survived. My tent held up. I stood here holding this middle part of the wall out. It was trying to knock this table over. And I called Dave. I'm like, I'm bugging here. It was supposed to be light rain and maybe some wind. And instead it was, I got hit with a red and yellow cell that went right over the top. I got soaked outside. Oh my God. I was just grabbing everything, throwing it in here. And then I lost my cheese from my mac and cheese, which I finally found. Oh, this was not what I was planning on, but yeah, it was, I'm okay, I tried to turn this around. So you can see the mess I just made in here. I just threw everything in here, just grabbing everything. And actually my chair's back here. My chair got soaked. My jacket over there, absolutely drenched. And it's a thick jacket, but it is not waterproof. It's made for cold, not rain. And luckily I have plenty of dry clothes, so I was able to get some dry clothes on. But I think we're almost done. I got my light hung up there, and my little charger has a light too, which is nice. But my food is probably going to be cold, but that's all right. At least I got it cooked. So I'm gonna, poor Raider, man, he was bugging. Yeah, it was supposed to be light rain, not hurricane, gale force winds. I'm so thankful that I went out earlier and I put some guy lines on the outside, you know, from the top down, because this is not staked down on the ground. And I really oh, is it stopping? Oh, thank the heavens. I tightened all the straps around the car this morning, made sure everyone was on there and secured, because I thought, you know, it might come up windy. And yeah, I think it's stopping. Oh, I can relax. I was kind of freaking out there. I didn't know if this thing was going to hold. And it was trying to knock this table over. Whew, because I don't have much weight down underneath there. This side I do. I have water, all those bags of everything is just drenched in here. What a mess. Except for the dog. He's nice and dry. Yes, he is. Because luckily I had just he was sitting out in the chair while I was cooking, but I brought him in. Because the wind started coming up a little bit, so he stayed nice and dry. But yeah, I survived, and the tent held up, and it's not even properly staked out, so I can imagine how strong it might be if it has all its, you know, all its points. So, okay, I'll check back in later. I'm gonna eat my cold food. And look at my doggy. Yes, I know, you were scared. I'm sorry, puppy. I'm sorry, little man. But we survived it. I'm dripping. Well, it didn't put my fire out. Yeah, if that keeps going, maybe I'll come out and sit out here. Oh, good. I was so worried that my trash can blew away. And it is still here. My ice chest weighs a ton. And I knew that it would not be going anywhere. Yeah, it is. Everything is soaking wet. But let me check my straps over here. I don't want to get my feet wet. It's still sprinkling. But yeah, it's all strapped down still pretty good. That took a beating. It really did. I was not expecting that. Don't trip over these things. Oh, so wet. I don't know. Can you see the water on the ground? It is just a mess out here. Yeah, everything held up. Whereas where I dumped out the water out of my noodles, I only spilled a few. And considering there was like a 30-mile-an-hour wind blowing me, I cannot believe this didn't get put out. It is still hot. Cool. I might come back out here. This is the firewood I gathered. It's all pretty wet. My straps are still on. Well, it was coming. The wind was coming from the other way, but I just threw everything in here. Floor's all wet now. I'll dry it up later. Okay. I wanted to check and make sure I still had a trash can there. Whoa. Hello, Raider. Oh, and I do. Okay. Back to my food. Oh my goodness gracious. God, that was crazy. I was not prepared for that. I wasn't too concerned about my safety because, I just jump in the car if my tent fell apart and, just hope everything stayed inside, keep it zipped closed, and then just jump in the car. But, you little love bug, look at you. You're just trying to be nice, so I'll feed you my sausages. Yeah, you can't have my sausages. But I was not expecting... Are you shivering? No, stay down here. Stay. I was not expecting the wind and the rain to be that strong because it did not call for that. It even when the wind was blowing, as hard as it was blowing, I looked at the forecast again and it said 6-mile-an-hour wind. So I don't know what the deal is with that because it's usually pretty accurate on the Weather Channel. Dave said he's going to get me one of those little portable weather stations so I can stick it on the roof. Oh, I got a critter. So he can stick it on the roof. Or so I can stick it on the roof so I can get an accurate reading of the wind and stuff. I feel bad because I like bugs, but I don't want that one in here. Get out of here. Look like a little lacewing. Whoa. God, it's such a mess in here. But I wanted to test the tent, and I've been wanting to camp in the rain. And if I hadn't been in such a hurry to get my fire going so I could cook while it was still somewhat light, I would have been inside the whole time. But I really wanted to get that done. You stay there. No, you're not eating my food. I really wanted to get that cooked and get back in here. But is there water pooled up there? I don't think there is because it was blowing. No, there's no water pooling. Oh, that's good. I kind of wondered about that. We'll have to keep an eye on it, but it looks like it'll just run right off the sides. All right, I'm going to eat my food, watch some YouTube, and try to try to figure out when I'm going to clean this mess up. This should be the end of the storm. It shows that it's clear the rest of the night. And I look, Doppler radar doesn't show anything coming in. So I might just start cleaning all this up tonight because I got to leave in the morning. And that'll make it easier to pack up. So, all right, we'll check back in tomorrow. My second hamburger patty from, I think, last night. It's ice cold. It's been in the ice box. And it heated up a little bit so Primer can have a little hamburger with his dinner. So, looks like a focus. Doesn't want to focus. Looks like the storm is done. Why won't we focus? I focused on that. There we go. But then it won't focus on anything else. I don't know why. But if you could see the sky, you could see, oh, look at stars. I don't know if you can see the stars. Jupiter, oh, it's a really bright one. Yeah, there's a few stars. So hopefully we're done. I didn't see anything else coming in. God, what a mess inside my tent. Probably start cleaning that up a little bit tonight. And then it'll make it easier tomorrow. Yeah, this is all cooked. I just want to warm it up because it was ice cold. So it'll taste a lot better if it's nice and greasy for him. I'm not going to give him that whole thing. Just going to give him a couple little bites off of it with his dinner. Yes. Everything is calm, quiet. The wind stopped. The rain stopped. God, we're still alive. I got to eat my mac and cheese because I found my cheese. I had one of my sausages and then I was full. And I don't know if you watched the video, but I heated up that other hamburger patty and broke up a little bit of that. Well, I guess almost half of it. And Raider had that, and you can see his bowl is clean. And now we're just chilling. I kind of straightened up a little bit. And so a lot of my utensils and stuff. So I need to take my trash and stuff out. And I've been putting my dirty dishes out at night, just setting them on my ice chest. But I'm worried if that wind comes back up. But yeah, everything's quiet now, so I'm relaxing. And it doesn't look like there's anything else coming in. It said there's like 14% chance of rain later, but there's nothing on Doppler, so hopefully that's the end of it. Oh my God, that was just absolutely insane. I was so not expecting that, but my tent held up, and I need to start carrying some extra guy lines so that I can put, extra ones out, because a lot of the tents have places for them. They just don't provide them. They provide you with usually one for each corner, and that's it. So, but if I carry some of my own, I can add a few to it, which would make me feel a little bit better. And I need to get some decent camp stakes, because I couldn't even get mine into the ground around the tent. I was able to get them in the ground farther away for some reason. I don't know. But I'm good. Yay, I can relax now. He came out of his cave. What are you doing? What? Uff, uff, uff. Are you ready to get up? You're so funny. Good morning. You're so happy. Bless you. Now you snarfing? What? Oh my goodness. What? Nope, stop it. None of that. You're so cute. Yes, you are. You ready to get up? You ready to go out? You want to go outside? Do you want to go outside? No cleaning house. Not in my bed. No. Stop it. Goofball. You ready to get up? Do you want to go outside? Huh? You want to go outside? Go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk? a walk. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let's go. It's a little chilly this morning. 6:56. Ready, don't chase those geese. Look at the geese right here. Canadian geese. Oop, Raider's over there doing his thing. Sun's not up yet. It's about 40 degrees. A little bit of a breeze. Whew. Chilly this morning. I think this has been the coldest morning. Taking him for a little walk. A couple cars down here. Probably fishing off the bank. Man, it's cold. I think I'm gonna get a fire going. Cook some oatmeal. And then start packing up. I don't know, I might just make some coffee in the tent and start packing up. It's cold. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, but I gotta be out of here today. And I think you have to be out by noon because this is a regular campground. So we'll figure out what I want to do. I gotta wake up. So I decided on a fire. It is 7:09, so I have plenty of time to relax, get some coffee going. I might actually, maybe I'll cook some bacon and eggs for breakfast. I moved my fire pit away from the tent because the smoke, of course, was trying to blow right in the door. And here come the blackbirds. There's like thousands of them in this flock. I don't know where they're all at this week, but last week, man, they were just, every morning they were all over here. Whoops, where are they? There's a couple there. They are noisy when they get in groups. Whew, got that going pretty good. I can feel the heat all the way over here. I guess I should put some pants on. I still have shorts on. It's cold this morning. My big heavy jacket got drenched last night in like 15 seconds. Or probably less than that, what it took for me to grab my food off the fire and run inside with everything. It just got soaked. So I'll be doing lots of drying out. I'll have to set the tent up when I get home. It's absolutely drenched. Inside and out. Condensation inside. Rain outside. Yeah, this is this is as wet as it's been. There's water just running down the car. Everything's wet. But that's okay. I can dry it out when I get home. I can feel the heat all the way back here. Whew, that's hot. Maybe I'll throw a few more sticks on there, let the flames burn for a while that charcoal's getting hot and starting to burn. Oh, sounds like my neighbors are up. Okay, we'll be back. He's disappeared. So, you can really see my breath. It's cold this morning. I got all my little vents open. Trying to knock some of the water off the roof. And it is running down. Sun's coming up. Got my fire going. It is cold this morning. Whew. I think it's colder than it was when I got up. It is. It's gone down a degree. Wow. What a mess. What a mess. Of course, the smoke's coming right this way. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and decided to go ahead and do some breakfast. I'm gonna try and cook just some fried eggs on here. I'm so hungry. I was hungry last night. I ate a little of that macaroni and cheese, and one of my sausages. But, you know, by the time I got to sit down and eat, because of that crazy storm, my food was pretty cold. The sausage was fine, but the macaroni and cheese, you know, when it cools down, it's just not as good. And I did not feel like coming out here and trying to heat it back up. And the funny thing was, even after that dumping rain, and it absolutely poured, my fire didn't go out. It was still glowing coals. That was a hot fire, because it just poured for like 15 minutes. And that tent was blowing. I was bugging. I called Dave. I'm like, holy cow, I don't know if this thing's going to hold up. But I tell you what, for, you know, not even being properly staked out, it stood up. So I'm pretty happy with this tent. And I think in the future, I will make sure, I need to get some better stakes, because the tent stakes that come with the tents are horrible. But I think when I set it up in the future, I will make sure that it's completely staked out around the bottom and put those guy lines on it, just in case. And then I don't have to worry, because now I know. Now, I don't know how long it would stand up to that, because that wind lasted about 15 minutes, and then that cell was gone. So, yeah, I don't know if it was a storm that lasted like that all night long, I don't know if it'd hold up. I mean, it probably would have been okay if I didn't have my table. You can see in there, my table here is right against that back wall, and that's the wall that was blowing in. If it wasn't that close to where it was trying to knock that table over, and I had the floor staked down and the guy lines up, I think it would have been okay. But I had my hand on that wall. I was just holding it, just hoping that cell was quick. And it was. And then it was beautiful. The stars were out half an hour later. And it did get windy a couple times last night, but nothing like that one cell. And when I looked on Doppler, it was red and yellow. It wasn't even the green. It was red and yellow that went right over the top of us. But, I mean, as you can see now, it is all blue sky. Sun's up over the water. The water's calm. It's not quite glassy. There is a little bit of a breeze, but it's beautiful today. Ground is wet. I'm hoping everything dries out a little bit. I'm packing up the inside slowly. It's almost 9. So I got about 3 more hours before I have to be out of here. And they can't check in until 2. So I could be here longer if it took me longer to let stuff dry. But I mean, the side of that tent is, I can see, just covered with beads of water. So it's not going to be dried, but when I get home, I'll dry everything out. And it should be good. Get my bacon done here. God, I'm so hungry. Yeah, I went to bed last night, and I watched a couple movies. I watched Taken. Well, first I watched LA Confidential, and I just watched that one in bed. I mean, in the tent. I was just sitting in the tent watching that one. And then I watched Taken while I was laying in bed trying to go to sleep. And I don't even know why I brought that up. I forget what I was saying. But, so while I was laying in bed, I could hear the wind coming up, but it was nothing like that earlier storm. Okay, I'm going to see if I can cook eggs on here without them really sticking. There's quite a bit of, let me get my glove on here. There's quite a bit of oil in the pan here, so it should be fine for frying a couple eggs, because I don't want to scramble them. I'm not going to make a burrito. I'm just going to make some fried eggs. And I got 3 nice fat eggs here. So let's see how this goes. Whoops. Okay, broke that one. It's kind of hard to do on this frying pan. And these eggs are just breaking. Oh, these shells are so soft. Okay, that one made it. Don't worry, I will pick those up. I'm used to my eggs at home, my chicken's eggs, are the shells are a lot stronger. They don't just crumble like these ones did. These may end up scrambled anyway. And my frying pan is a little bit lopsided here. I don't think there's much I can do about that. I can't believe that handle's not scalding hot. But see how bad they're gonna stick on here. Shouldn't be too bad because the pan is well seasoned and it is nice and greasy. Well, okay. That's going to be kind of scrambled, but that's okay. Dave, when he cooks eggs, he gets so mad when he breaks the yolk. I don't really care. I just, I don't worry about it. I'm like, I'm going to eat it no matter how it comes out. Can't get under that one. Oh, come on. Maybe I need a non-stick spatula. Well, they're like semi-fried, semi-scrambled. The wind is starting to pick up again. Not strong, but enough that it's bugging me. So, all right, well, I'm going to eat my breakfast, and then I'm going to start packing up and head for home. So I may come back on when I'm driving home. I'm not going to film putting this thing away because, there's no reason to. It's not very interesting, and I don't want to set up a camera in the wind. It would probably just blow over anyway. So we'll check back in later. Well, I got almost everything packed up. Only got a few things left. Still letting my jacket dry. Drain the water out of the ice chest so I can get it into the truck by myself, or the car. But this next storm is coming in, and it's supposed to start raining after 12 or 1. Just a slight chance this morning. It's going that direction. And it is 9:40, so I'll probably be out of here by 10:15. I just got to get this tent down. I was just hoping it would dry more. It's dried quite a bit, but the back side, I think this side over here, my tarp is soaking wet. Yeah, this side is still got a lot of water on it. Whew. And it has water inside and out. So I'll probably pull the fly off of here and then let it sit a little bit longer. Get all this water on here. But I'll definitely have to take everything out when I get home and let it all dry. But I'm almost done. Now I just want to beat this storm. Had a good breakfast. My eggs were yummy. I couldn't figure out where I put my salt last night because I just tucked everything away. So I couldn't have any salt in my eggs. But they were tasty from the bacon grease. Okay, onward. There's all my mud ducks. They're here this morning. I don't know where they were yesterday, but there's a ton of them out there. Or coots, we used to call them. So I am on my way home trying to, where's the thing to turn? Okay, here we go. Stop and look at the mud ducks real quick. I have a little thing that I set my phone on and it sits on the dashboard and I just don't know what I did with it. But here's Raider. Can you see him? I don't know if you can see him. He's all tucked in. My neighbors are still there. I chatted with them this morning. Last night, oh man, that was horrendous. I just don't know how that tent held up because I did not have it staked out the way you should. Just those two guy lines on the one side were holding it up. Let's see if you can see this group of geese. Can you see them in there? What are we looking at? I'm trying to figure out where the camera lens is. They hang around my camp every time I come here. They're so pretty. I don't know if you could see them in that because I can't see the back of the phone because I'm on selfie mode. So, but here we go, heading out. Sadly, it's time to go home. But I had a nice little trip. The weather, that was kind of fun, way out of my comfort zone. I've never camped in a storm like that in a tent. Now, I've done that in a trailer, and you're completely secure. You just throw everything in the back, because we have a horse trailer, and it has living quarters in the front. So we just throw all our gear in the back, and then jump inside and turn on the heater or the air conditioner or whatever. But I've never done it like this, so that was kind of fun. And but now I'm done, and now I'm already like, I want to go to Rancho Seco. They said it opens back up on the 12th. That's the power plant, and I really want to go camp there. So I'm gonna see how the weather is doing, and if Dave's up for babysitting the property again for another weekend. I don't know, but he's a good sport. It was fun that he came to visit last night. I had no idea he was coming out. I just heard a big truck pulling right up next to me and stopped. I was kind of freaking a little bit. I'm like, who is that? He didn't stay long. He just dropped off some fire starter gel and some stuff, and right after he left is when that storm hit. I wish he would have waited and hung out with me, because I would have been a little more secure with someone there, but it was okay. So I'm gonna turn you around. I'll let you see what it looks like out here. Maybe we'll see some deer. And I can't turn it around unless I stop it. For some reason it won't. Yeah, that little, now I can just hold you up here. That little button that turns the selfie camera around does not pop up for some reason. I don't know. Oh, that was a fun trip. It's about a 40-minute drive home, so I'm pretty close. Whoa. Sorry, I'm dropping you here. And so I had the windows down because I'm sweating like a racehorse trying to get that. The wind started picking up just as I decided to pull the rain fly off and start taking the tent down. And that way to the docks and the boat launch and the little marina and all that. And then out we go. So I guess this place is actually owned. I can't see in there, but I'm sure she's waving goodbye. I guess this place is actually owned by SMUD, which is Sacramento Municipal Utility Company, I think it is. And that's our power company for the Sacramento area, obviously. And I think they own this whole area. So they're always doing stuff out there, but oh, guess I'm not going fast enough. You know what, dude? It's 35-mile-an-hour zone, and I'm doing 32. And look at, where'd he go? He just flew by me. And this is a residential area, and you're not supposed to be zipping through here like that. I usually take my time because I like to look at the, cattle are grazing out here, and I like cows. But slow down on these areas, because there's a lot of kids that live in these houses. These people are lucky. Man, if I lived here, I'd be camping out there all the time. 2-minute drive to your campsite. So, alright, well, I'll be getting home, putting all my stuff away, cleaning everything, letting it all dry out, and then I'll be back to my gardening, because I'm not a camping channel, I'm a gardening channel. My biggest thing is cactus and succulents, and I will be right back to that. I have a couple things I need to do. I'll make some videos, get them posted, of some winterizing stuff that I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to put a little Christmas tree up in the greenhouse. So I'll get those posted post haste. So if you're still watching, thank you. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Makes me very happy to get new subscribers. And I'll see you next time. One more little thing. I'm getting closer to home, and I thought I'd give you a little view of what it looks like where I live. I just crossed back into Sacramento County from, I believe, San Joaquin County. And so there's a lot of vineyards out here now. Kind of can't really see over that berm, but mostly cattle fields and scattered houses here and there. But It's mostly cattle and horses in these areas. But there's been, I hate when people drop junk on the side of the road. There's been a lot of vineyards going in and orchards out here where it used to all be cow pastures. So that's kind of sad, but yeah, it's pretty open out here where I'm at. Comes a tractor down the road. Get a lot of those. You get stuck behind those a lot. But this field's just been plowed. I think that's hay. Same with this one over here. They're gonna grow hay out here. A lot of places grow hay. I think they're getting ready to. I think they plant oat hay in the winter, and it grows because they don't water it. At least where I used to work, they didn't. And then they would harvest it in the spring. And then the alfalfa has to be irrigated, and the grass hay has to be irrigated. So those grow through the summer. They rotate the crops. And a lot of the farmers, they grow corn one year and then alfalfa one year. And then, you know, everybody's house is out here. Just farmland everywhere. It's nice. I like it out here. I know all my neighbors. He's crashed. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's big, it's open, it's flat, and a lot of agriculture. Everybody's got fields. I wish I had the money to irrigate my fields. That would be awesome. Okay, so I just passed. I don't know if you can see. There's nobody around me. I can do this real quick. If you can see, that is Rancho Seco. Where are you? There it is. There's the Twin Towers, the silos at Rancho Seco, where I want to go camping next. So it's pretty close to me, and that's where I want to go.